Welcome back to Rad City Resin. I'm Mary, and I'm wondering, is it just me, or is it increasingly difficult to focus when you're meant to be paying attention to something important? Do you find yourself tapping your toe or shuffling items on your desk when you're trying to concentrate? Today's project will give you a way to focus your nervous energy and turn your ADHD into a superpower. Check out the description of the video to see a complete list of today's supplies. I'll start by filling my mold about 1/3 of the way with clear UV resin. I'm using a ring mold, size 6.5, but it doesn't really matter as long as it fits the aesthetic you're going for. And I'm also using a round bead mold. This mold will give me 6 beads, but I'll only be using 3. Before I cure, I'm gonna put a generous dollop of resin on my silicone pad. Then I'll add a drop of magenta Picasso resin and mix that to get the ink fully incorporated into this resin. I'm only adding a little bit of this to each mold because I want to make sure that this resin cures very solidly. If you add too much ink, it can cure soft or sticky, and that definitely won't make for a satisfying fidget toy. I'm going for a sort of translucent opal look for these pieces. I'm going to pick up a bit of resin with my dotting tool, then push it into each mold. I'm going to be sure to swirl it in that clear resin to give it a little bit of variegation. For this look, I don't necessarily want the entire piece to be all one color. I want it to have, darks and lights and maybe even some spots of clear. Do this with every mold you filled with resin, and feel free to use different colors along the way. This would look really cool with some contrasting colors. I have this cellophane gift wrap that I turned into glitter chunks. Glitter might be giving it the benefit of the doubt, but I'm gonna pick up a piece of this at a time and push it into each of my molds. This stuff is super clingy, so be careful not to let it fly everywhere. You could do this with regular glitter, sprinkles, flowers, really any embellishments you might want. Again, this project can be as customized as you want it to be. I'm packing in as much as I want, but also I don't want the cellophane to come up above the top of the mold, or I'm gonna have to sand it down later and it's gonna make sanding take a little longer than normal. Once I'm satisfied, I'll go ahead and cure for 2 minutes. I still had room in my molds, so I went ahead and added another layer of colored resin and cellophane to each piece. Then I cured it again for another 2 minutes. Because these pieces are a little bit on the thicker side, I made sure to also cure from the underside of the molds for about half of that cure time. Once I was satisfied that everything cured successfully, I demolded the beads and the ring. You can tell if you got a good cure on these beads because you'll be able to see the solid ball kind of pull away from the mold, and this is so satisfying to me. Make sure you have a cup or something handy because these guys will roll away, never to be seen or heard from again, and I'm pretty sure they find a wormhole and just escape to a completely different reality. For good measure, I gave them another quick cure. I feel like you can never really give it too long of a cure as long as it's not overheating. These rings are kind of hard to get exactly right. Sometimes you overfill, sometimes you underfill. I definitely overfilled here, so I'm gonna use some embroidery scissors to snip away some of the smaller edges. Then I'll use pliers to try to snap off the bigger pieces. I will ultimately sand it down later. I bought this little hand drill from my local craft store because I thought it might be fun to try. And let me tell you, I was completely wrong. It wasn't hard to use, but this took so long and it made my wrist hurt for days. Normally, I use a rotary tool to drill these holes and it takes a whopping 3 seconds. I think overall, this whole process between using this tool and the next step took about 30 minutes to get through both halves. This tool costs about $12, and I think I got one of my less expensive rotary tools for somewhere around $6 on Temu. So there's definitely ones out there that will fit any budget. I needed to make each of these holes a little bit bigger in order to fit the ball pen that I'll be using as the base of my fidget spinner. So I needed to use my bead reamer to just kind of drill out those holes. Tiny pro tip, if you have to sand something, do it over a sheet of paper like this so you can fold it up and toss it away. Nothing beats having a no muss, no fuss cleanup. I took my project outside to sand down the rough edges. For this process, I'm going to use my Ryobi rotary tool. This tool really elevated what I'm able to do with resin, and I'll tell you, it does everything. It's one of my more expensive tools. I think it was somewhere around $55 to $60, but it came with so many things that just really make it such a versatile tool. There will be a link down in the description for you to get one if you'd like. This will really change the game for you. So I fitted my tool with a 180 grit sanding wheel. This is basically just a little piece of sandpaper. This makes really short work of getting those rough edges down super fast. You can get a lower grit paper for rougher sanding if you're doing bigger projects, or a higher grit for polishing. If you're doing this, make sure you're in a very well ventilated area, wearing protection over your eyes and your mouth. Gloves are also a smart choice. Shout out to my husband for helping me film this part. Sometimes a girl just needs an extra set of hands. Now it's time to put it all together. I like to start with the ring, and I thread the pin through one of the holes. Then I add a bead to the center, then push the pin through to the other hole so that the bead is captured in the middle of the ring. I love how this spins. Honestly, I could leave it like this and I'd be happy, but I have 2 more beads to add. After everything is assembled, I'll go ahead and close it off with the cap. The way this thing spins is so satisfying, and it makes the most amazing little clicky noises. If you're someone that's very soothed by ASMR, this is definitely gonna scratch that itch. I love to use this when I'm riding in the car or during a meeting or when I'm watching TV. It helps me focus so well. You can find the details and supplies for this project in the description below. And for even more satisfying resin projects, watch this video. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next week.